Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the NBA $1 at a time. Today, we've got the Celtics and Knicks in a playoff slugfest, but instead of counting points, we're counting paychecks. Who's spending smarter? Who's getting swindled? Let's find out in our salary matchup showdown. Knicks versus Celtics. The Celtics come in with a payroll of $195.6 million, and that's before $51 million in luxury taxes, which are higher than the GDP of the Federated States of Micronesia. This makes their total operating cost $246.6 million. The Knicks, however, aren't far behind at $193.6 million, but their luxury tax at $13.36 million is definitely more How to Make It in America, New York, rather than Real Housewives of New York. Their total operating cost is only $206.9 million. Now let's break that down to cost per win. For 51 regular season wins, that means that each win cost the Knicks $4.06 million. The Celtics were victorious 61 times, clocking them in at $4.33 million per win. That officially makes the Knicks the thriftiest high roller in the East. Star power, however, is the undeniable key to playoff runs, so let's compare the heavyweights. Jayson Tatum makes $34.8 million this season and is dropping 31.2 points per game in the playoffs. That's about $1.1 million per point average, if you're into that kind of math. Jalen Brunson, on the other hand, he's making $24.9 million and giving the Knicks 31.5 points per game, and that's under $800,000 per point. The Knicks couldn't get buckets cheaper than that if they went to Costco. And then we have Jaylen Brown, the league's richest man this year, at $52.3 million, averaging 23 points per game. That's $2.27 million per point. Somewhere, Evan Fournier just cracked a smile. Now, both teams employ elite role players. It's a battle of budget brilliance versus experience. Josh Hart is making $18 million and playing like a Swiss Army knife. 13.6 points, 9.6 boards, and nearly 6 assists. Meanwhile, Derek White, making $17.6 million, is matching that all-around energy with 17 points per game and clutch defense. The guy is always in the right place at the right time, and it's hard to place value on that. Edge to the Celtics. Miles McBride, making just $4.7 million, is giving 9.5 points per game and 2.9 assists off the pine. The Celtics counter with Peyton Pritchard, the NBA's Sixth Man of the Year, earning only $6.6 million and dropping 9.2 points per game. So the edge goes to Deuce. That's the budget baller of the week. Down low, we've got some big salaries to match the big guys. Karl Anthony Towns is making $49.2 million, averaging 18 and 10 so far in these playoffs, and is he worth it? Well, it depends on the day. Porzingis is at $29.2 million and struggling to stay on the floor. Let's just say the Celtics are paying for potential. When he plays, he is a difference maker though. Al Horford sometimes looks like he'd rather be playing chess at the park in a linen suit, but he's still swatting shots at $10 million a year. Mitchell Robinson is giving classic rim protection at half that price at $5.1 million a year and 5.9 boards in limited minutes. So let's tally this all up and see who's winning the matchup on the books. The best contract is Jalen Brunson's, no question. 31.5 points per game with a $24.9 million salary. That's pure Wall Street wizardry. The most expensive mystery is Jaylen Brown. He's still elite, but at $52 million, the math ain't mathin'. The bench edge goes to the Knicks, with McBride and Mitch as cheap and they're over-delivering. The injury tax is the Celtics. They're paying way too big for Porzingis on iffy legs at best. Now, my final prediction on the floor, well, this one's a fight, but on the balance sheet, the Knicks are winning the playoff money war with smarter spending, better value, and the steal of the century in Jalen Brunson. But hey, you don't get a trophy for cap efficiency, unless you're Sam Presti. Drop a comment. Who's giving more bang for the buck, Brunson or Tatum? Don't forget to like, sub, and Venmo me your luxury tax rebate. I'm out, y'all. Peace.